How's it going, everyone? My name is Reloading64, and welcome to Buried, an interactive story. The plot will change based on your choices you make. The story is broken into 5 chapters. Play straight through or at your own pace. There's no waiting and no pauses. Enjoy and choose wisely. Okay. So, I actually saw this on Steam, I think. I open my eyes and the first thing I want to do is scream. I'm flat on my back and everything seems to hurt. The trees overhead look familiar. It's a clear night sky, almost beautiful, except for the fact that this means I've been out cold for at least 6 hours. There's something wrong. I don't remember what, but something happened, and my head, my god, my head hurts. And the ringing in my ears. Was there an accident? An explosion? I think I remember Dennis screaming, but after that I can't remember. As I sit up, I notice that my hard hat has been thrown off. I look around the area, but it's not here. Feels strange to go anywhere without my hard hat, but I gotta find the other members of the crew. They could be in danger. Oh, so it's kind of like pick your own adventure style. That's pretty cool. Full screen on. Important. Turn sound off. No, that's fine. Okay. So yes, I saw this on Steam and thought it looked interesting. I didn't think that it would be like this, though. It was only, I think, $3. Yeah, I think it was $3 on Steam. So, let's see. Search for hard hat. Forget the hat. Search for the crew. Maybe we should search for the hard hat. We did get injured. So, get up on shaking legs and look around for a moment. A few nearby trees look to have been splintered and broken at the base recently. They certainly weren't like this earlier. Searching for the hard hat feels normal. It makes me feel like maybe there isn't something wrong here. See it behind a fallen log about 10 feet away from me. How it was thrown so far up is beyond me. Driven by nothing more than a habit, I walked over to pick it up and place it on my head. Next, I walk over to the center of the logging site and don't like what I see. Continue. Oh, we had an accident. The logging looks like a bomb was detonated right in the center. I don't know where to start. The one load we had managed to stack on a truck for the day is overturned. The trailer bent and the logs hanging off the back. Where the hell is everyone? My head is killing me and this ringing in my ears. I can't hear anything. Not birds, not my footsteps, nothing. Makes me wonder if I hit my head after my hard hat flew off. I run through a quick mental checklist to make sure my brain is still working. My name is Roger Hastings. I'm 41 years old. The year is 2017. I own a small logging company, and we've been logging in this strip of Kentucky woodland for almost a month now. Okay, so my brain works. That's a relief. But it also makes me fearful because something is certainly not right here. I look around in the logging site, my mind trying to figure out what has happened. Just about every piece of equipment has been overturned and tilted. So I could look at the debris, but I can also look at the truck. Let's look at the truck. The hitch is completely broken, like it was blown off in an explosion or a really bad accident. If there had been an explosion, all the fuel on the site would have started on fire, but there's no charring, no burning, nothing. I walked through the area where Dennis had been working. From the looks of it, he'd been moving slowly. He'd only taken down 4 trees today. His metal lunchbox is open and indicated that he had been taking an early break. But he's not here. No one is here. Where the hell is everyone? I could try to make a call on my cell phone, but its battery's already dead, is already running really low. Not that it matters. The reception is crap out here. I think we should save our phone. Let's just yell out. Hey guys, where is everyone? Tony, Dennis, Frank, Joe. So there's 4 people, but their names fall flat among the wreckage. Get nothing back other than scaring away a few birds overhead. Might as well start walking to try to find some answers. Highway is almost a mile back throughout the woods, down the gravel road we used to reach the site. Maybe the crew ran that way for help. But why would they have left me? Were they scared? Out of sorts? Maybe I can catch up to them, but with my truck turned over on its side, it looks like I'll be walking. My god, I can't even remember what I was doing before waking up on my back. Wait, what's that underneath the bulldozer? Oh my god, it's a leg. It has to be either Tony or Dennis. Those looks unstable, like it might roll some more. Might not be safe to get close, but at the same time, I can't just leave him there. Oh, shit. We need to look. We need to look just in case. Hey, are you okay? Are you alive? Holding my head, I skip over to the wrecked equipment and stray logs to get closer. I can see a bit more of the leg. The jeans are soaked in blood. I recognize the work boots. It's clearly Tony. His leg is bent at an impossible angle, nearly crushed flat. The closer I get, the more apparent it becomes that Tony didn't survive. Yeah, alright, so let's leave the body because it might start falling if we try to move it. There's nothing I can do for him now. I start to back away slowly. In my shock, I stumble back, suddenly tipping over one of the stray logs. And it collides with one of the logs as I bite the ground. But my hard hat does its job. Thank God I said to look for it earlier. Haha! What's more startling is realizing that Tony is dead. Looking at him, I feel something rising up in my throat, and I don't know if it's scream or vomit. But I have to push it away. If I lose my cool right now, there may be too many questions that will go unanswered. Shit, I can't believe this. Tony had 2 boys. He's coached the oldest son's baseball team. He was the hardest worker I had and was one of the most honest and reliable men I knew. This isn't right. I can't stay here. I have to find Dennis, Frank, and Joe. I have to find out what happened here. Continue. Ooh. This is pretty cool. As I walk through the stacks of logs from the last week or so of work, everything feels frozen. This high-pitched sound in my ears, it's terrible. It keeps happening every few seconds and sounds like it's coming from far away. I can't help but wonder, is it my ears or is it something else? Science is out here is creepy and there's a smell like the atmosphere after a bad summer storm. Might as well admit it. I'm a little scared. Everyone is missing and it's dead quiet out here. It doesn't seem to be a breeze to rustle the leaves and branches. My right knee hurts like hell. My head was hurting so bad before that I never even noticed the pain in my knee. Must have heard it during the what? Accident or... Wait, is that Dennis? I see him sitting on the ground, motionless, about 30 feet away. Shit. Crap. Is it him? If we yell out, and if it's someone else, or if it's something else, we'll alert him. But if we walk up, we'll be right next to him, and that would suck. They could just grab us. Shit. Let's walk up. He's just sitting there, not moving. I walk up slowly next to him. Dennis, hey man, can you hear me? I tap him on the shoulder. He looks at me from the ground, clearly coming out of a daze. Yeah, Roger, I hear you, he says. Dennis is built like a wrestler and has the tough personality to match. But in this moment, he looks disoriented and even a little anxious. I'm glad to see him. The fear in it on his usually confident face is alarming. What the hell happened? What's going on? He asks. Don't know. The crew is missing an explosion, I think. Missing, Dennis says. Where do you think they went? Not sure, I say. But it must be... he has me pretty freaked out. Something's not right here. Still sitting on the ground, he looks around the woods as if he just now understands the severity of the situation. The equipment has overturned the dozers too, I say, shifting my hard hat and wiping my forehead. You okay? I ask him. Yeah, just shaken up. Me too. This might be the most intimate conversation Dennis and I have ever had. While he and I have always been on good terms, we've never been particularly close. I've always respected him, though. Sure, he's come to work a few times looking like he'd been in a bar fight the night before, but I've also seen him do an enthusiastic impression of a dinosaur as he played with Tony's kids while they waited for their dad to finish up his shift. It's then that it hits me. Dennis and Tony were very good friends. Oh crap. I'm not sure if I want to rattle him with news of Tony's death right now, but before I know it, what's going on. But before we know what's going on, but he was right now. I think we should tell him. But We can't have him freaking out. We need to get him out of here first. Yeah, they are best friends. Or good friends. So let's tell him. We're up front with Dennis about Tony. Dennis' eyes fixated on me, startled. He was crushed in a dozer, I said. Dennis pauses for a moment like he was trying to understand what I said. His eyes narrow and his bottom lip quivers. Shit, he says, and I can tell that he was fighting back tears. He and Tony had been tight, almost like brothers. Hey, he adds quickly, as if trying to escape the reality of Tony's death. Did you see that light? No, I say. What did you see? I don't even know, Roger, he says. It was like this flare of white light. It came right up out of the ground, like an explosion. So there was an explosion, I say. Maybe it was some of the equipment, or... This was no equipment, Dennis interrupts, agitated. This huge ball of light came right out of the damn ground. Where did it go? Josh shot up into the sky until I was out of sight. When? I'm not sure, he answers, but I had finished about 10 trees for the day and was about to top one. That's when it happened. You're almost done with 10 trees, I ask? Yeah, he says, looking at the ground. You know, I wouldn't want to take a lunch break until I was done. That's when that light blew up. Why, you don't believe me? I believe you. Because, what else? I don't even remember what the fuck happened, so... And it like the guy said, things are charred and everything. Things would be charred if it was an explosion, but it was some sort of force that hit everything up. I believe you. He saw what he saw. I think to myself, he has no reason to lie about this. My God, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, he says, but if I'm being honest, it scared me pretty bad. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to get the hell out of here. We both stand up and start heading towards the road. Cool, at least we have someone with us. It's until we start moving that I see Dennis is wounded. His right side is coated in blood, the red seeping through his blue work shirt. There's splatters of it here and there, but also very large red splotch that makes me worry. How'd you get that injury? Are you in a lot of pain? I'm not sure, Dennis replies. Must have gotten thrown or hurt somehow from the light. It's then when I notice that the strange ringing noise is still filling the air. Hey, I say, stopping. Do you hear that high-pitched ringing noise every once in a while? Dennis looks scared when I ask him this question, and he just nods. Thought it was just me, he says. He looks out of sorts and uncertain. I've never seen him like this before. It's obvious that he's looking for some reassurance. Even though I'm his boss, there's something very unnerving about this. We'll be okay, it's probably nothing. It's freaking me out. This is cool. This is very cool. It really builds the story. Even though it's just me reading and I'm pretty sure this is the whole game, it's still pretty cool. If anything, it reminds me a lot about the movie Fire in the Sky, I think is what it's called. Kind of reminds me of that in this setting. So let's continue. We'll be okay. We don't want to panic him. Let's be realistic, I tell myself. I might as well try to be empathetic. I'm here in the middle of these woods. The ringing could be anything. Maybe a car alarm from through the woods or something. Still, even my passive comment to have seemed reassured Dennis. He looks a bit calmer, more relaxed. Both start moving forward and don't say another word. You try to call Frank, Dennis says. I know he had his cell on him today. Not yet. Luckily, I still have some battery left. I pull out my cell and call Frank. Happy I didn't make that call to Dennis earlier. It rings, but he doesn't pick up. Then I hear his phone go off behind the stacks of logs. Dennis and I give each other a look. As the phone goes to voicemail, I hang up and walk behind the logs. Find Frank's phone on the ground, abandoned. We look around for Frank, but find nothing. Not a single trace. It's then that I notice something really odd. A 10-foot wide hole in the ground, right near where the phone was. But there is no straight piles of removed dirt or rocks. It's clean, smoothly dug, cutting into the earth, wide but only a few feet deep. Looks unnatural, like the ground was just deleted. No shovels or diggers used. Dennis walks over to it. This looks like the same kind of hole where I saw the light come from, the ground. He muses to himself. I say nothing. My mind is spinning, but I don't know what to think. We need to get out of here, Dennis mutters. At that moment, the ringing noise carries through the forest again, sending shivers down my spine. Dennis is right. There's something strange going on, and we might not be safe here. But that ringing sound could be the clue to where the rest of the crew went. Shit. Alright, so if everyone is hearing this, Not just me. I would think they would go for help. And obviously a ringing sound wouldn't be something that would be helpful. You know, maybe it could be an alarm or something, as he said, a car alarm. But no, it's a pitching noise that keeps, high-pitched noise that comes and goes. So let's not go towards it because I think it might be unsafe. Let's get away from here. Decided to avoid the sound. That you turn and start walking to the west in the direction that I'm pretty certain leads to the road. Cool. Continue. So is it going to tell me when the chapter is done? Or, I wonder. It's so embarrassing. I've been a logger for nearly 15 years, but I'm finding it easy to get lost in these woods. Shit. Trees are so thick and in places that moonlight doesn't even reach the ground, it's easy to get turned around. And the hope is that I can find the overgrown dirt road that will lead us back to the highway. Crap, maybe we made a wrong choice. You sure we're headed the right way? Dennis asks. Pretty sure I turn to him and say that he's clearly in pain. It's at that moment that we come upon another one of those smooth holes. This one is even stranger because a nearby trees also has a chunk out of it. It goes smoothly through the ground and then up to the trunk like a cartoon wrecking ball plastered through both of them. What the hell are these things? Dennis whispered to himself. He takes a deep step down into the hole, his boots creating imperfections in the shape like footprints on the sand dune. Shit. I'm not gonna step in there. Walk along the edge, sending pebbles down the hole, ruining its perfect shape. I'm amazed at how smooth it is. Even rocks that were under the earth have been sheared to fit the spherical shape. But as I notice this, I notice Dennis' feet start to sag. Dennis, get out! I start, but I don't finish. Before I can react, the ground is giving way and he's falling. Try to step back, but the fissure that opens up disintegrates the ground beneath my feet as well. God, and the surprise I can barely hear Dennis letting out a curse as we go down into the earth. Damn. So, I don't think there was anything I could do to avoid that part. Yeah, now we're underground, so I'm wondering if that's what it's called, buried. The fall isn't long, but we then hit something a few seconds later. It hurts like hell. Ugh. It goes rushing out of me when I hit, and a sharp pain flies through me. What the hell, I say once my breath is back. Besides me, Dennis is slowly rolling over to get up to his feet. Look up and see the hole in the ground where we fell through. It looks about 10 feet over our heads. It's completely dark, but there's a small flicker of light further into the cave ahead of us and a solid wall of rock behind us. Looks like the only way out of here is further down the cave or up through the way we fell in. Dennis might be able to boost me up there, but with his injury, I'm not sure if he's able to, how stable he is. He might drop me. We need to head into the cave. We're not at 100%, so let's go. I decided we'd better not risk hurting ourselves than trying to climb out. So we turn the head into the cave. I take a closer look at the light further ahead and realize it's artificial. We'll start heading towards it instinctively. So we step into the light, panic gently gnaws at me because what I'm seeing makes absolutely no sense. It's no longer a cave or a hole. It's long, sparsely lit corridor. Okay. Massive corridor. In fact, it seems to go on forever. This corridor is mostly dark with emergency lights every 10 feet or so. I turn to my left to see what there's a door in which appears to lead upwards to the outside. But it's locked tight. I push as hard as I can, but no luck. Dennis, help me with this. I say. He comes over and we both try to kick the door open, but it doesn't budge. For some reason, someone doesn't want people getting out of here. Looks like we're headed down the hallway. Crap. Let's be quiet. They locked it for a reason. Maybe there's something in here too. I feel like a ghost. Like I truly have no business being here. This leans on me for support. We move slowly, our feet not making a sound. If anyone is in here, I want to make sure they don't hear us. We tiptoe forward as softly as we can. As we carry Dennis to the far end of the otherwise featureless place, I see a flight of concrete stairs leading down. I have to set Dennis down on the floor. His weight is killing me. Dennis, are you okay? Stop worrying, man, he says. I'll be okay. I just need a minute to rest. but looking at him, I'm not so sure. I can still hear the ringing noise every so often coming from somewhere in here. I look ahead at the concrete stairs pointing towards them so that Dennis sees them. Can you make it down those stairs, I ask? He stands up slowly and is visibly making an effort not to fall back down. Yeah, he says, and sounds a little irritated. He starts for the stairs without me, and I have no choice but to follow. We approach the stairs, and by just looking at them, I get the sense that we're crossing some sort of line here. Or maybe very well be no going back. As I head down the stairs, I notice that they look aged. That damned ringing noise is somewhere below louder than ever. I feel like I'm walking down to the cellar of a haunted house, the light becoming scarce as the stairs take a slight turn. I can feel the temperature drop. Dennis takes a few steps down before he is leaning on the wall. He's breathing like he just finished the marathon. Let's pause. Let's take a break, I say, putting my hand towards his shoulder to help steady him. Dennis out of sight. Thanks, I don't feel so great, boss. So we both squat down on a stair. My mind seems to lock in on the unknown fate of the rest of my crew. Frank is married and I've met his wife a few times, a nice woman with a huge laugh. My heart sags a bit when I realize I might never again get to hear him belting out classic rock tunes during lunch break. Joe, I don't know much about him. He's 22 years old and is considering community college. His folks are deadbeats, so he has been providing for himself since the age of 16 or so. Maybe I can still find them and still get to hear Frank singing in his deep baritone voice after a few too many drinks. After a few moments, Dennis says, "Alright, let's keep going." Both stand up, leaning on each other. I have to make Dennis stay behind me as I stick my foot on search for the next step. Can't help but feeling like a child as a very powerful fear seizes me. I'm expecting a monster to reach out of the darkness, slicing into my throat. For what feels like forever, we come to the bottom of the stairs. We're closer to that ringing noise now. The door sits securely in the wall and looks just out of place down here as I feel. A sliver of light seeps through, illuminating the area. The door has what looks like a panel with lots of labels and lights. Small embossed prints above the panel says Level 01 Entrance Gate Transport Sector. There's a button with no label. Let's inspect the panel. I'm not just gonna push a button. Looks like the diagnostics or alert system of some kind. Each label meant to communicate some status. Lockdown engaged, experiment in progress, shutdown engaged. Those all appear to be off, but one of the phrases has slowly blinking red light next to it. The only powered light on this whole thing. Abnormal entity breach. What the hell? Slowly push the door open when Dennis suddenly steps in front of me, taking the lead. Let's go, he says. I want to find out what the hell this place is. As Dennis walks through, that ringing or beeping or whatever is getting a little louder. Or closes behind us with a click. Can't help but notice that wobble in Dennis' step as he lets out a grunt. You sure are healthy enough to keep going, I ask. Doesn't matter. I don't want to be in the woods right now. He seems scared, something I've never seen before. Angry, yes. Upset, yes. But Dennis is never scared. What did you see? I don't know what it was, boss. It was like something had left a radio on crackling, but we don't have any radios on at the site. I don't know. It was like something in the forest was moving. I gave him a doubtful look, and he cast his eyes onto the ground, frustrated. I know how it sounds, he says, but I know what I felt. It was like walking into a funeral parlor, feeling death and gloom everywhere. I've been so preoccupied with my own fear that I nearly forgot about the ringing noises. It had become just background noises. Take a few more steps and I can now see where we are. It makes no sense, yet another thing that simply seems out of place. The shapes and muted colors of metal are easy to identify, but it just doesn't belong here. End of chapter 1. Is that it? Respect the dead. UN-36 players left Tony's body where you found it. So this is like the Telltale Games. Secrets. UN-76% of players were upfront with Dennis about Tony's death. Trust. UN-50 told Dennis you believed his story. Curiosity. UN-25 ran away from the ringing sound. Why would 75% of you go towards a sound that seems like it shouldn't be there? I don't know. This is pretty cool. Let me see. Can I save? Full screen on. Important choice notifications on. Beta test our next name. Alright. It doesn't seem like there's anything. I'm pretty much going to end it here. I hope that I don't have to go through this again because I'm pretty much done recording for the day. And I'm going to pick this up another day. But this is cool. I really like this. This is awesome. Oh, man. I can see why it was $3 because it is a lot like the Telltale games of The Walking Dead or Tales of the Borderlands or things like that. It obviously doesn't have models talking to each other, and that would be cool, but this is actually the way that this is, and the audio and just the visual, just the background image, it really does immerse me because I get to see what's going on. Well, not see, I'm reading stuff and I'm making it in my head as I go. So that's still pretty cool. So I'll leave a link down in the description below of where you can purchase it because this is actually really cool, and I feel like these devs can use support because they're making something, whether it's not visually groundbreaking, it does have a story behind it, which is pretty cool. And maybe they just need a little bit of a push to actually add that into their next game or something else. But yes, so thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, hack that like button. While you're at it, hack that subscribe button for more videos. Hit that bell while you're at it too to be notified about future videos. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this game in general, or how I'm doing, or how I can be a better entertainer, or how you're doing in general. And just share with a friend because I think this is awesome. And all these things. Maybe you can tell me if you played this game what you decided on these important decisions. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.